Hi, today I'm gonna be making some chicken and dumplings. And first I'm gonna start out by sauteing my veggies. Put a little oil in the bowl. This is just regular canola oil. You can use whatever oil you want. Put the oil around the pan. Then we're just gonna saute the veggies. All right. I have 1 cup of onions in here. That's yellow onion. 1 cup of onions. 1 cup of matchstick carrots. And 1 cup of chopped celery. That we're going to start it off with. We're just going to saute this for about 5 minutes, and then we'll add water. And I'm going to add about 2 quarts of water just to get, and then we're going to add in our chicken. I have some leg quarters that I'm going to add in here. I have about 2, but normally I'll do, well, however many I want. But right now we're building the flavor, so it's going to be, and then we're going to add some chicken broth later. But this is essentially, we're making a chicken broth with chicken. But if it doesn't have enough flavor, then we'll just add some bouillon cubes. Or you can just, instead of adding water, you can add chicken broth, however you want to do it. But I like the flavor of the bouillon cube, so I'll use that. And we're just gonna add, I'm gonna add a little salt and pepper to it, just give it a little flavor. Okay, that's good enough for me. Now I'm gonna add my water. It's about 2 quarts of water. And I'm gonna bring that water to a boil. And I'm gonna add my chicken to it. Whatever chicken you choose to use, I'm gonna use leg quarters. I like them because they're cheap. But I like to have bone-in chicken. And my chicken's frozen, so it'll take a little bit longer to cook. I just boil the chicken until it's done. And then I take it out, and then I add my dumplings in. Right now I have some flat dumplings. They're in the freezer though, and I have the pre-made ones. So what I'm gonna do is take those out and let them thaw on the countertop so that I can break them up easily when it's time to break them up. These are the dumplings I'll be using. As you can see them. Mary B's dumplings. I got them out of the freezer section in the store. Okay, so basically I'm going to bring this to a boil. Then I'm going to turn the heat on low, cover it up, and I'm going to let it continue cooking until the chicken is done. Then I'll get back with you guys. Alright, I cooked the chicken for about 45 minutes. Now I'm going to take it out and let it cool a little bit. And then I'm going to debone it. And I'm going to flavor the broth. At this point I would get like a little bit of taste the broth and see what it tastes like the water. And if it needs some more seasoning, I'd add a couple bouillon cubes and see what it needs. So I'm going to take this chicken out of here, and then I'll let you guys know how many bouillons I put in it. Alright, this is the kind of bouillon cubes that I used. I put 3 in, and it has good flavor now. The broth is ready to go. I'm going to bring the temp back up on the soup and add in the dumplings. These are the dumplings. They thawed out nicely on the counter. And I'm just going to break them up to the size I like and drop them in the water and then let them simmer for about 40-45 minutes until they're to the doneness I like. Alright, I brought my broth back to a boil now. I'm going to drop the temperature again back down to low. And I'm going to put my dumplings inside. And also, you can see I left the vegetables in there. You can opt to take them out if you'd like, but I like my vegetables in there. And then you drop your dumplings in. Space them out. Keep in mind they're going to get bigger as they cook. So I don't like mine too big, so I'll break them up to about that size. So just going to continue this process until I get all the dumplings I want in there. Once I do that, I'm going to turn the heat off, add the chicken back in. But before I add the chicken back in, you can just add it back in like that, or you can saute it. Well, debone it first, chop it up, saute it, and add a little seasoning if you like. That's what I normally do, but it's up to you. So I'll get back with you guys when my dumplings are done. Okay, now that my dumplings are done, I'm going to put a little bit of tablespoon of flour in there, just thicken it up a little bit. You just stir it in pretty good. I cooked the dumplings for about 40-45 minutes until they were done. As long as you let them simmer for about 30-40 minutes, they'll be okay. Because when you cut the pot off, it's still going to be hot anyway, so it's going to continue to cook. Alright, I have my chicken here. I took it off the bone, add it back in. I usually saute it a little bit. And just to give it a little color, you can add a little milk to it or a little cream. But take it off the heat and be careful because when milk or like cream, stuff like that gets hot, it tends to separate. The milk solids separate out of it. So it might cause it to look broken a little bit. But that's it. That's the chicken and dumplings.